G'day folks, welcome to this moment in Ardennes 44 by Mark Simich. I'm at the start of turn 4. It is the German movement phase. So German play turn, I've gone through artillery supply, bridge phase, up to the movement phase. Things are looking very good for the Germans, certainly better than the last time I played this through. Fair to say I've learnt lessons and am implementing them very well. Also fair to say a lot of German die rolls have been going perfectly. They've had a lot of breakout groups in critical locations, and they're using those, just perfect moments for these breakthroughs. The night move also went perfectly for the Germans. We had some night groups down here that were just able to weave through and hit two Allied one-step units that were blocking these kind of roads through here. As you can see, they've cleared out the area. They achieved, I'm pretty sure these were D1 result, effectively eliminating the American opposition in the area. Again, so everything's just gone almost perfectly. A couple of delays here around Saint-Vit. You can see here, I think this is the second engaged result I had, which was kind of frustrating. And it's slowing down. Well, not really slowing down too much. Is it really? It's kind of just, it'd be easier if I just wipe this unit out. They're a two-step unit. They haven't taken a step yet. Yeah, that's one delay. Saint-Vit is an expected delay, but even then, basically what's happened is because of this rapid 2nd Division, 116th Division advance towards Bastogne, the end through Stavelot, Malmedy, already, this is, for context here, this is after turn 3. This is after the AM turn on the 17th of December. Now, you can go through the historical records, you can go through sort of other bulge games to get a sense of how good this progress is. We're past, you can see here, we're past Stavelot, we're past Spa, on the verge of Verviers out here. That's all very rapid progress. And it's, I'd love to say, hey, it's my great strategy. Really, great die rolls. Everything is going well. So, yeah, principally securing those primary roads, clearing these primary roads. Bit of a delay here. A lot of these units are coming around. You can see the traffic markers here. It's not hard for them to kind of bypass Budken back and just kind of come around across here. That traffic marker, I think it was only just placed maybe. But yeah, American traffic markers not really delaying the Germans all that much. They've been able to get on these primary roads and charge to the west. So what you see here is a situation after that American response in the AM turn. Yep, this is after the Americans responded to these advances. So you can see we've got some defences in Bastogne. I've placed 2 new engineering units there. I've engineers come out in towns or cities. So I've defended Martelange and Ardennes down here in the south. They're limited in where they can go basically. And I wanted to prevent the Germans from here. So this Panzer Recon unit could go, what could it do? It could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and cause a lot of trouble, and I wanted to block them there. As it stands, they can still cause a lot of trouble. The same with Martelange, they could almost reach out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they could have been on the outskirts. So I've put the engineers there for now. What else? Okay, so in the centre here, because there's rapid advance through here and out here, the Americans have withdrawn from Saint-Vit. They had artillery here, they've packed it up and they're rushing to the west here. You can see these mechanised units along the road. Yeah, what they some of them, they're kind of occupying, so this is Vilsam, and they could have gone further back, but they're trying to occupy choke points, key river crossings, things like that. The reinforcements from the north, so the Germans, as you can see what they've done with their grief markers, they've focused all their grief markers in this northern area to try to slow down these reinforcements coming on the north, and it's been successful because These all come in from H entry hexes, which is sort of along this area here, and they couldn't go far. Yeah, if you're wondering, Von der Height drops were eliminated, so unsuccessful. They would historically land around here. There was a lot of broken American units. Some of those have rallied, so you can see rally here. Where else? Rallied up here and rallied down here. A lot of disrupted units as well. They've all rallied, bar these guys who failed their die roll because they're next to the Germans. They're pulling back from Wild as well, being surrounded. Don't want to get cut off, so they're trying to pull back and help with the defense of Bastogne. These guys again accumulate another surrender point, one more surrender point, and they surrender because they're all green units on the Schneeifel. They're pulling back slowly, but will likely surrender in the next turn or two. Even along the ridge here, the Americans are pulling back because of the risk of surrender. The Germans did make some incursions on the northern edge of the ridge, and yeah, just threatening to cut them off. So they're trying to pull back. Even as that stands, they're still a good risk. I mean, these guys can go sort of 1, 2, and these guys can kind of go 1, and that cuts them off. So yeah, there's trouble. Yeah. So, German movement phase. What's happening? Let's focus our attention down here, south of the Sur River here. More American reinforcements have come on into this area, trying to protect that flank. I will say that the 7th Army isn't going as well as they did in my last playthrough. This is where the bad rolls are happening, which I'm fine with, because you don't expect the 7th Army to do much. Some subtle little pushes to the edge. In the last game I played, they cleaned up the flanks here, and what happens if you occupy these entry hexes? It forces the Americans to place, to divert basically a holding unit to prevent the Germans from pushing further south. A big, strong holding unit, or several holding units with, I think, a defense of 6 is required, and that was I think key to some German success in the last time I played, but this time it's a different story. It's playing through very differently. The American defense here is looking pretty good. They've formed some solid Zoc bonds. Okay, so Zoc bond, Zoc bond, Zoc bond, Zoc bond, and yeah, some well-defended places as well. So this is a defense of 4 plus 2 will be 6. This is like right on the edge, so it's hard to get to. I may have to, again, pick my targets. You've got 5 defense here, 6 defense there. Be nice if I can just crack this point here and then get around them. Really isolate the 7th, the 4th division. It's mainly the US 4th division in this area. One moment. Yeah, so yeah, I would just wonder if I can get. Okay, so I've got artillery here. I should also point out this is, as I said, after the artillery supply phase, and I chose, I think, this artillery because it's the only one in range of an American unit. So I picked, I picked an artillery unit with a view to attacking here. I think that's what I'm going to have to manoeuvre to facilitate. So I can go attack, move into there, and they'll have to stop. I could also, geez, these guys are disrupted. It's always nice to hit disrupted American units, because if you disrupt them again, they become broken. If you break them while disrupted, I think they are eliminated. I say that cautiously. I'll have to double check that rule, but yeah, I think that's the case. So attack move to there, and they've moved. When I move them, I tend to rotate them 45 degrees or so. What this does is it creates room for an additional unit to come in. I can also get an attack on Edelbrook. They've only got a defense of 2 there. They'll add 2 from the town. Towns normally add 3 defender combat bonus, but again, you're limited by the 2 defense rating of the unit. So I could shift around, shift in. that will give me 10, 11, 12, 13 on 4 for 3 to 1. One, two, three. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of a dance here with these units to try to get... What have I got here? I've got 6, 10, 14. That's about as best I can get. 14, which is 2 to 1. 3 with the armour. 3 to 1. 4 to 1 with the artillery. That's pretty good odds. And there's not... What am I going to do around here? 1 attack rating. These guys are purely defensive. So they'll go 1... 1, 2. Now, for a foot unit, a non-mechanised unit to move into light woods, it's 1, so that's fine. They're just going to hold there. And I'm trying to think of where else I can attack. It's going to be like low odds, so I'm not going to attack there. But I will move into this hex. And I will shift these guys out of there. Because that's a terrible terrain to be in. So I've got 6 plus 4 is 10. If I shift these down, attack move, 10 plus 2 will be 12 on this hex. So I'm going to attack, try and get through there. And then I set the attack there. So attacking kind of key points. This is the slow grinding aspect of the bulge. The 7th Army pushing out their flanks. Alright, these guys may as well get across the river. They can attack move 1, 2. That's not ideal, but in fact, sorry. Yeah, we'll do that. 1, 2. I was briefly considering an attack here, but it'd be basically 1 to 1 odds. And let's get our prime movers and let's move some artillery. We'll get our Nebelwerfers ready. Let's move these guys. 5 spaces, 5 movement points rather. 1, 2, 3, and we might put them there. So if this attack doesn't go well, I can support there. If this attack doesn't go well, I can be in position. They can't attack this turn, and the prime movers remain there to show that they can't shoot, but they'll be removed in the next artillery support phase, artillery supply phase, and the artillery will be available once again. Now, in the centre here, so this is another big decision for the Germans to make. Right, so it's the PM turn. So this is the second step of that planning phase, the sort of planning puzzle that I spoke about. Spend the AM turn to move around, exploit, and partly reorganise. And I've used that AM turn to create 4 key stacks of units. Let me know if you can see them. There's 2 up here, sitting outside Bastogne, and 2 out here, sitting between Malmedy and Stavelot. And these are, this guy here, this stack here is a 17 attack strength stack. This stack here is 13. These stacks here, we've got here 10, 13, and 14. Right, so I've got 4 potential stacks, only 3 night markers. In the PM turn, I place these night markers on 3 stacks, and those stacks can move, are the designated stacks to move in the night turn. I need to choose 3 of those 4. In the PM turn, the turn I'll place these markers right now, those stacks can only move 1 movement point, and they can't attack. So what I need to think about is, I can guarantee it'll be one of those, and at least one of those, and I need to think about which, it'll likely be another one, either another one over here or another one over there. I need to think about what's the best. Okay, so what's going to happen is, for the rest of the PM turn, I'll move other units up, and up through here. They will attack. The Americans will get their response in the PM turn, so they'll try and rally and block me. And these night marker moved, these night movement marker units won't be moving. The Americans will respond. The Americans will then get their back-to-back night move, and they'll be able to respond again. Then I'll get the movement with these night-marked stacks. They will move, and they will look to punch a hole in those reformed American lines. And then I'll get a back-to-back movement on the AM turn, and I'll look to exploit the gaps that those stacks have created. So I need to think about, where are the Americans going to move to block me? What can I do for now in the PM turn? And where might the Americans block me in my movement? Where, and I'm looking here and I'm looking here, like where I'm most likely to be blocked. Not only most likely to be blocked, but also where do I most likely want to punch through that blocking? And what I've got in the back of my head here is, over in the east, they have some very strong armoured brigades, which I'm not going to be able to punch through easily. Even bringing the 17 against, for example, the 6, I'm still only getting 2-to-1 odds, and not even, I might get, probably not an armour superiority. Conversely, over here, you don't have those strong armoured brigades in short. And I'm almost convincing myself to place the second one over here on the second stack. But there's something else to keep in mind. I want to take Bastogne quickly. And will I need these stacks to get that job done? They're right next to it. So what I was going to do, before I place these night markers, again I can place these night markers anytime during the turn. What I was going to do is move up all the rest of the Panzer in the 2nd Division. There's elements of the 28th Infantry Division down here as well. And see if they have enough strength to capture Bastogne. If they do, if I feel like the odds are good, I can then place night markers on both of these. If not, and if I need to draw on these units for support, then I can do that and put the other night marker here. Because these guys, there's going to be a fight out here. It's always a grind through this forest. This is where the open terrain is. This is where it's best for the Germans to, I guess, try to exploit along these roads and capture Bastogne as quickly as they can. So let me try and focus on that first. Okay, so what can I get to, you can see there's I cleared out this road. There were German defenders, American defenders along here, and I've kind of mostly wiped them out, cleared them out. So these guys, infantry, can't do much. They can go, well, they could do a attack move, 1-2 through the forest to there, just to try and keep those Americans off that main highway, slow down their response. So let's do that, 1-2. Also lock them in to my zone of control. 1 extra movement point for them to respond. So it'd be like 1-2. Yeah, they could do a 2 attack move up there, but that's probably the best move, I think. So they've moved. What else? Now I've got these Panzer reconnaissance battalion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know what to do with them. They can't reach Bastogne. I might keep doing what I had planned with them and threaten this whole area down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can get a long way down. Or can they hit the artillery here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a good use of their speed. That would give me, I think, just 2-to-1 odds, 3-to-1 with the artillery, with their armor rating. Just that 1 point of armor is enough. 3-to-1 odds. We might be able to hit that artillery from behind. Oh, it's going to be across a bridge river, so I'm going to be halved. It's going to be 1-to-1, but I retain the armor superiority for 2-to-1. Okay, I might give it a go. Yeah, look, a lot of open space through here, but it doesn't really... a lot of secondary roads. I need the primary roads in particular. And I have those through here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. I could get an attack on these guys. Slow moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where a study. So right at this point, you're starting to get into that. What I love about this game is the studying of the road networks. Up to this point, it's been smash through, exploit west. Now you're really looking to economize on your movement rates and movement allowances, and use the best roads available. So if I go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can't get anywhere, so they may as well try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 stacking points plus a silhouetted unit gives me a total of 7 on them, which would be 3. I'll get at least 2 to 1. I believe 3 to 1 with the army, because I'll be attacking along the hex side with the road. Excuse me. More infantry along a primary road pay the full 1 point. So I won't worry so much about them. From here, all right, notice this traffic marker here. There's my other artillery. They were trucked up there last turn. I might use trucks again to get them just a little bit closer to Bastogne, but I'll do that in just a moment. Again, this is the advantage of these primary roads. I don't know where they came from, but you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where they were, but they were very close. Okay, armor. 2nd Panzer Division and Panzer Lehr. All right, and 28th Division. So, and they've got a defense of 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1 if I can get into this space, which I can, and hit the southern half of the city of Bastogne. That's a good way to get straight into the city quickly and prevent American reinforcements from getting in there. So I might do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to boost that with all I really need. It's going to be 2 defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. I've now got 8 against 2, so it'll be 4 to 1, 5 to 1. Wouldn't mind getting just 1 more. But if I do that, it then weakens my opportunity for the next attack here, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I just focus on the 1 hex at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. So I'm going to stack everything in here to an attack on that southern hex of Bastogne, which frees up Panzer Lehr unit here. I've also got this 2nd Panzer Division. They're out in the open. Lightly wooded hex provide a, well, not out in the open, they provide a +1 defender combat bonus. Okay, can I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Hoffalays? Ooh. In fact, if I go attack move into there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a Zoc bonded city, and they can't move through there any air. I've got Zoc bond here, Zoc bond there. They're kind of trapped in that little pocket. Not entirely trapped, they could come back out this way. That's not the direction they want to be travelling in. What that means is now I can place my night markers where I wanted to. Okay, now I've also got this unit. Oh, it's traffic. The artillery, of course. I will grab prime movers and go 1, 2. I might leave them there. They've got a range of 3, so if I leave them there, they can hit any of those hexes in Bastogne next turn. Infantry, of course, will go 1, 2, 3. Notice the traffic marker slows everything down. And look, these guys have supply, so I may as well move them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Incidentally, I hit Clairvaux with not much and got a lucky result, forced the Americans to retreat. Again, talking about key die rolls in those critical areas. So that cleared this primary road through Clairvaux. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, forest will cost me 2 to move through, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, I can't quite. Going to keep, it's just 1, 2, 3, we'll do that, and I'll get, so they've moved, I'll get these guys back on the road and moving, maybe even surrounding Seville. 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 2 1/2 there, and we'll get these guys to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll try to clean up some V. Again, the Americans left a bit of a garrison behind just so the Germans couldn't quite waltz through, but they pulled everything else back. Got artillery here in case we need it. I will, what I'm going to do is just shift tack move up to there to prevent this unit just from escaping freely. Will likely cause it to, actually I'm not going to attack it at all, I'm just going to keep it there. Okay, down here I've just been keeping the US 106 Division surrounded, nothing much happening. We'll just close the noose a little bit. Push shift in there. They can tack move to there, and they can go tack move, and that completely surrounds those units with Zoc bonds. You can see Zoc bond, Zoc bond, Zoc bond, Zoc bond. They can't move now, and they will, unless they attack out of there. They are out of supply, and yeah, they will surrender soon. Okay, we're shifting now to the north. And I have convinced myself that I want this big 17 stack to be available. This is 150th Panzer Brigade, and they've got 2 special options. They get a special surprise attack or infiltration through enemy zones of control. They have to roll a dice. If they roll a 1 to 3, they succeed in whatever they're attempting. As it's happened, they they haven't needed to do either because of basically their paths ahead have been paved for them by preceding units. So they've had a really lucky run. They basically came around here, didn't run into any zones of control, just a clear run pretty much around those US units. So I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start shifting off camera. Because these guys are going to keep moving somewhere. So I just wonder if I've got enough. I think I've got more than enough units in this area to clean up these guys with a defense of 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 4 to 1, which means I can get these silhouetted units back on the road. They're going to go 1. This is 18th. Okay, so these are 18th Division Stugs. 18th Division's around here. So they're going to be kind of semi-independent as they move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just kind of chasing these Americans down the road. This unit here, they can't do a lot. There's a Zokbon there. They'll stay right there, I guess, to keep those Americans locked in. That'll do. I'll leave this unit here as well because they're just infantry. Which now focuses all my attention on this the northern plexiglass, I can call it. And what do I want to do here? A lot of infantry from the 277th that needs to and wants to move up. The question is, do I want to move up to be in a position to attack and maybe clear out this elite 2nd Division regiment from just north of the Walsh River here? I think I do, because they're kind of exerting a zone of control onto this primary road hex. So that's going to be my next target for attack. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're both moved. I'm then gonna. This is a very powerful 1st SS battalion. I don't want to silhouette battalion. I don't want to leave them too far behind the drive. I can leave the infantry to attempt to mop this up. Problem is how these guys get back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe it's best to just go there and actually help out with that attack. Gives them the armor benefit. Also keeping in mind there's not many advantageous places to attack because they've got 3 hexes attacking here because of the dams here, which you can't attack across. So I'll send these guys into here like that. So I've got 6, 6, and it'll be 3.5, 4. So it'll be 14 on 6. 2 to 1, 3 to 1. I don't have artillery in range, unfortunately. C'est la vie. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Put them there. These guys could also join in that attack. What did I say? I had 14, 15, 16, 17. Wouldn't. In fact, if I bring these guys around to the southern half here instead, now suddenly I've got 12, 19, 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And yeah, instead of bringing them there, I'll bring them there. Much better. Really trying to smash that unit out of the way to clear this primary road. Having said that, most of my units are now past. Most of the critical 1st SS and 12th SS are past it. The 12th SS, instead of driving through here, they swung around and used this opening out here. These guys, they're also important. But they're blocking that critical road. And I don't think I'm going to move them anyway. Infantry, attack move 1, 2, just a bit closer. They vacated Munchau, worried about being surrounded. I'm going to move in. I'm going to move my Neverleaf up 1. I'm going to move in and then 1, 2, attack move into there. Not attacking out here, just keeping the pressure on. Now I could move these guys to here and surround all these units here. I think I've got to do that. Problem is I've got to bring the 160th Panzer Brigade back to help out. Where are they? From here they can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and then I could park them there it's not exactly a Zockbot. These guys can get out. They could tack out to there, but it really threatens. It's a difficult decision. Do I divert, in effect, because it will here at yeah, 3 pretty decent units in order to trap all these Americans, or do I help them continue on the drive? I think that the diversion of, because these are elite units, so if I can, what I'll do is 1, 2, 3. Let me reconsider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4.5, 5.5 to get into there, which also threatens everything in this area. I can tell you the Americans aren't going to want to hang around here. That artillery could be attacked. There is a road, right? So I could get 3 to 1 odds, push up to 4 to 1 because of armor superiority. Yeah, that's the plan. And we'll leave these guys just here, holding on to Robertville. Okay. Now I've got to lean over and figure out what to do with the rest of this movement. And again, difficult decisions. Do I drive west? Do I move towards Verviers? Do I try to... These guys are disrupted. I could just push next to them. They'll have a defense of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there. I think I'll do something like that. One, 2, 3, 4. Just protect that road. Okay. Yeah, this is where it gets hard. Because I'm going to block these American reinforcements coming down this road while still trying to push through. And these guys can move fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can be there in no time. So I think holding that road, I think holding these positions, in fact, even tempted to get some more forces out here to the east. So all I've got left now is this little group in here. 1st SS and 12th SS. And okay, so there's Vermont being defended by a strength of 1 plus 1 will be just 2. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3. I can hit that in strength and cut off that east-west road, but it's really leaving myself quite isolated out there. So I can bring this whole stack, I can bring all these units up to the border of Vermont, hit it hard, clear it out. That puts me just east of the Iron River here. Oh, that's Earth. Okay. Sure. I'm in this torn position where I don't know what to do. I know I could capture Vermont. But do I want to... There's 2 units there. Do I also want to kind of stretch out elsewhere? For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no, I mean, that could really... One, 2, 3, 4 and a half. It's easy to get there. I could probably even go further and capture whatever that place is up there. Houghton, I can probably reach Houghton. I'm... 1, 2, no. Can't reach that far. But if I can clear this primary road out, one, 2, 3, 4 and a half. There you go. Committing to that. That gives me 13 on 2, 6 to 1 odds. Push up to 7 to 1 with my armour. Which leaves a gap. Again, I could divert some units across here, but I really don't think that the Americans just want to come in here and sit. I mean, if they do that, I know they've got reinforcements coming on, but they've got, it's just infantry coming in at J and H, so nothing else fast moving. Just these guys to worry about. And look, if they want to come forward, I think I'll invite them to do so, basically. I'm basically saying that these 2 units are going to be brief holding garrison units. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, hold that road there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lock those guys into zones of control, which makes it more expensive for them to leave. So they could come around and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as they'll be able to get. And if they're going to do that, they're going to be cut off. So that's not a move that they are going to want to make. Right, and these guys could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could capture Trois-Ponts, but again, if that's what they're going to do, they're at great risk of being cut off themselves. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. What I've just done here is block that primary road to make it too easy for them to come down back into Stapelor. Yeah, that's it. Pretty happy with that. I've got 3 big stacks for night moves. Oh, I've got some reinforcements here as well. Here we go. K and K. Oh, I have to roll for these guys, so let me do that in a moment. These guys coming at K. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need to check the rules for this unit. I think there's some roll. Oh, because they were formation was sent to the Nordwind operation. So on this turn, I roll the die, and on a 1 or 2 they arrive. On a 3 or 4 they are delayed, and I put them on the space for next turn, where I'll roll again. Okay, so that's German movement done. I now can do German. I do a rally phase for German units. No German units are disrupted or broken, so I get to the combat phase. And I'm going to start at the bottom here again. So I've got 12, 13, 14 on 2, 3, 4. So I've got 3 to 1. 3 to 1. try to place a CRT somewhere where it's easily visible without disrupting anything. Right on top of my... it's probably a bit dangerous. I'll just tell you the results. You'll have to trust me. So 3 to 1. No artillery. 3 to 1 1. These are DR3. Brilliant. They are broken. And I've put my broken markers away. So 1, 2, 3. I need to find a substitute for broken. I might use these little red dots. So they're broken. These guys can do, with a DR3 result, they can do a bonus advance. None of them are armoured, so it's just basically 2 hexes in any direction. 1, 2, and 1. Oh, they were halved, so it should have been 12 instead of 14, but it doesn't change the odds ratio. Yeah, so the red dots will mark broken units, and they will rally back to disrupted. This is because in the first edition of the rules, I don't know if there were broken rules, so there were no broken markers. Alright, so attack is done there. They've all attacked. Next attack here, I've got... I've got a problem. These guys would have to come down here and stack with that and be serving with the formation, because you only have 2 formations attacking. I've got 2 different divisions here. So if they stack with them, they can be attached to that division, the 352nd. So 8 plus 6 is 14 on 6, 2 to 1. No armour superiority, but I do have my artillery, which makes it 3 to 1. And the die roll is a 2. 3 to 1, 2 is a DR2. They go 1, 2, and they are disrupted. I then get... they could do a stubborn defence, but they're pretty happy to be out of there. They've kind of been surrounded there. I think they'll retreat while they can. We get our regular advance, so 2 hexes in any direction. Just push into the forest there. Push in there, and then 1, 2. The armour could use 3, but again, I think they're happy there. And we can get an attack up here. We get 10, 11, 12, 13 on 4, 3 to 1. They have armour, which brings it down to 2 to 1. I don't have armour, so they get the armour shift. 2 to 1, 5 is an engage result. Not great, but stops that armour from going anywhere for the time being. Okay, so 3 defence here. I have an attack of 12, so 4 to 1, 5 to 1 with my armour. 5 to 1, 4 is a DR2. They don't want to stand their ground either. They're happy to retreat, so they go back 2 and become disrupted. Oh, actually, that was a high ground attack because they were in that little valley. That means they're only halved attacking out of. It doesn't matter when they're defending in it. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, that was all fine. I was attacking down a road. So I will move the infantry in there, but I'd like to keep the armoured units, mechanised units, out of that area. So they, for a DR2, their regular advance is going to be just 1 hex back onto there. Get close to that main road. Actually, we'll do it there. Yep. Now we have the attack on Bastogne. As I said, I'm not attacking the northern half of Bastogne, just the southern hex with a defense of the engineers with a defense of 1 in the city with a maximum benefit of 1. And I have got, what did I bring in here? 10, 13. 13 on 2, which is 6 to 1. My armour gives me 7 to 1. Oh, there's no armour shift in a city. 6 to 1. I've got to keep an eye on that. Some terrain doesn't provide you with the armor shift. So 6 to 1, 6 to 1, 4 is a DR3 result. So 1, 2, 3, they can't cancel that. They would have wanted to if it was a DR2. And I can waltz in. We'll send the 2nd Panzer Division. Alright, we've captured the southern half of Bastogne. Just holding these guys, pinning them all down, not attacking here, but I am attacking some V. I've got 10, 13, 14, 15, 19 on 4, 5 to 1. It's a city, so I don't get the armor shift. 5 to 1. 5 to 1, 5 is a firefight. This is a 1-step unit, so I'm going to try to push my luck here with a firefight. You designate a lead unit. I don't have any elite units here, but I can just say, for example, this element of the 116th is my lead unit. And I roll a die. I get a 5, which is an engaged plus marker. That's a shame. Engaged plus means I place an engaged marker, and all my attackers get this attacker advantage. Which means I get a column shift if I attack that hex again. I don't need to bring all the attackers in next time, just if some of those attackers attack again. I get a column shift. Not attacking here because I'll surrender soon. Right, the attack on Verbermont. They have defensive 2. I've got 13. It is a city, so no armor shift. So I've got 6 to 1. 6 to 1, 6. It is not good. It's a firefight. Well, again, I want to push my luck here, and I've got an elite unit. I'm going to bring in these big hard-hitting guns, so I get a -1 modifier. This is where it gets risky, because you can easily lose a step in a firefight. I could have I want to clear this hex out. So a 1. Whew. It's a D1 result. They're a 1-step unit, so I clear them out and can advance into there. I think that's a result of a firefight. Do I just advance into the hex? Going to quickly double check that, because it's not a regular DR result where you'd get the regular advance. It's something special for a firefight. Okay. So in D1, I get a regular advance. Okay, so I can push this a bit further. Mechanized units can advance 2 hexes if they move by road. So I could leave a garrison there and push that reconnaissance unit just out to the left a bit. Or even further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can cross the Meuse from here. It's open. I can cross it it's off map, way out in the west, but I can tell you, I can be in Liège by the morning of the 18th of December. I'm 1 move away from Liège across the Meuse. Yeah, so that's a good move. Okay, pinning, holding down. Holding down here. I could attack here. They could use their surprise attack. Their surprise attack, I think, gives them a column shift. So we'd be looking at 3 to 1. 3 to 1. 3 to 1. They don't get a column shift if they're attacking. I think I've been playing that wrong. I don't think they get a column shift anywhere in a forest. So it's 3 to 1. And if I use a combat bonus, they get a column shift. Is it worth it? I'd be pushing in here. I'd break that Zoc bond, which I'm pretty happy just to keep for now. It's just an artillery unit. But they can lend their support. I'm going to do it. So we're going to try and surprise them. We're going to attack here. I need a 1 to 3. Failed. Okay, so it's just a regular 3 to 1 attack. 3 to 1, 1. is a DR3. 1, 2, 3. And they are broken. And I can advance, but I kind of don't want to. I just want to sit right where I am. All I've wanted to do is kick that artillery out of the way. Stop them supporting this combat down here. Always attack the artillery first. Alright, what this means now is I can get my big attack on this elite 2nd Division regiment. So I've got 7, 14, 15, 16, 20, 26. Yeah, I'll throw 26 into this hex, which is 4 to 1. Actually, these guys are across the river, so they're halved. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 23. So it's just, oh, so close. 3 to 1. 3 to 1, but I get the armour shift 4 to 1. And I don't have any artillery. So I'm just going 4 to 1. 4 to 1, 5 is an exchange result. Okay, so they take a step loss. And I've got to take a step loss from anyone. I think I'll take it from an infantry. In fact, I'll take it from this infantry. No, actually no. With an exchange result, it's going to be from an armoured unit that helped me gain the armour shift. So I can take it from these guys. Ouch. Or these guys. I think I'll take it from these guys because I get an armour step as replacements next turn. And they're already being held up, so I may as well do that. I think I kind of want to keep them at full strength and take them as a step loss instead. I can rebuild them elsewhere. I'll do that. Okay, that's a shame. That did not go well. Exchange result, each side loses a step. Surviving defenders are engaged. So they're locked in. They've still got 2 steps left. Alright. Did I want to attack here? 1 to 1. This will give me 2 to 1. No. No. I say no so uncertainly. Okay, look, that's the end of the German. I kind of want to attack, don't I? Be 1 to 1, 2 to 1 with the artillery, or I could just keep the artillery because I'm only getting 3 artillery supplies each turn. I don't want to throw it away on a 2 to 1 attack. No, I'll hold there. So now we get to the traffic phase, and this is where I only got 1 marker. Only 1 was removed last turn. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? In Verviers. Okay, so where do I want to slow down American movement? Where can they threaten me? Through here, I think. If they decide to come around that way. So they've got reinforcements coming in from H and J, but not a lot. So H is already kind of well blocked. And J is way down here. So I think blocking that little road there just deters them even further. I then roll 2 dice and remove those numbers. So we're rolling a 6 and a 1. So I remove 1 anyway, and the 6 in the middle there. That's a traffic marker phase. Supply and surrender. Everyone is in supply. They can easily trace. No one's been surrounded. No Germans are surrounded yet. We can all trace back to a road. We can trace back to my map edge, so I'm good there. And that is the end of the German play turn. I'll now switch to the Allied play turn. They'll have their response. But yeah, I'll do that off camera and report back soon on what's been going on. Thanks everyone.